Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous tutorial we were discussing logical operators and we saw how logical operator works with the Boolean values. And today in this tutorial we'll talk about logical operators and we'll see how it works with the non-Boolean values. We have three logical operators here: logical and, logical or, logical not. If I use logical not operator on non-Boolean value, for example, I'll take not of 5. 5 is an integer value, it is not a Boolean value. So I'll press enter and I'll get the result as false. 1. Here we can see logical operator works with the non-Boolean values. Second, we are getting the result as false. If I get the result as false in the not operator, that means 5 is evaluated as true, right? Not of true is false. So 5 is evaluated as true. Why and how? That is because in Python, individual values can evaluate to either true or false. Values that evaluate to true are called as Truthy, and values that evaluate to false are called as falsy. Empty sequences and collections like empty list, empty tuple, empty set, empty dictionaries are falsy values. 0 in int form, float form, complex form, falsy. Constant like none, false are falsy values. I'll show you the list here. You can see. So empty values or false, none, these are all falsy values. It is evaluated as false. Non-empty sequences or collections, that is list, tuple, dictionary set with values or elements, are truthy values. Numeric values that are not 0, that is positive, negative numbers, are truthy values. Constant true is a truthy value. So here we can see truthy values. So when I write not of 5, here not operator is the logical operator. It needs Boolean values, right? So when 5 is given, it is not a Boolean value. So 5 can be evaluated to true or false, right? So 5 is a truthy value because 5 is a positive value and it is not a 0. So it is a truthy value. 5 is evaluated as true. So it will take not of true. So we'll get answer as false. Here if I just take not of 0, I'll get true because the Boolean value of 0, false. If you want to know the Boolean values of non-Boolean values, you can use this bool function, and if I type 5 and it will give true. So Boolean equivalent of the values. Okay, so this is about not operator. Next, let's see how logical and logical or operator works with the non-Boolean values, right? Okay, first let me take 7 and 3. 7 and 3 are integer values here, and I'll press enter and I'll get result as 3. Till now, for all the operations, we got the result either true or false. In the logical not also, when I used non-Boolean values, I got output as true or false. But here when I use non-Boolean values with the logical and operator, here I'm getting one of its operand actually. Why? That is because in Python, logical and logical or operator actually does not return a true or false value. Instead, it returns one of its operands. Okay, this is very important. Remember that when I get true and false here, it is returning one of its operand. Here when I take 7 and 3, actually it will return one of its operand. How it will return? That I'll tell you now. In the logical and, if operand 1 is false, then return operand 1. Otherwise, it will return operand 2. So I'll make a table here. You can refer this table, okay, with Boolean values as well as non-Boolean values so that you can understand how it actually works. So let's take more example. Okay, first I'll take 0 and 5. Okay, here let me check. 0 is actually false value. It is evaluated as false, and 5 is evaluated as true. It will evaluate first left operand, okay, then it will evaluate right operand if it is necessary. I'll explain you about that later. So 0 and 5. So 0 is false value. First operand is actually false. So output is, it will return 0. You can work with many more examples like this. I hope you can understand how it actually works. Next, what about logical OR operator? As I said, logical OR operator also does the same. It returns the one of its operand, but its operation is different. Actually, logical OR operator returns operand 2 if operand 1 is false. Otherwise, it returns operand 1. Returns operand 2 if operand 1 is false. Otherwise, return operand 1. Take an example, alright? So, OR 3. Okay. Answer is 7 because 7 is true. So, it will return the 7, first operand, left operand, whatever you want to call. Okay. So, let me show you a few examples here. Okay. I hope you don't have any doubt here. So, next, logical and logical OR operators in Python are short-circuited, which means they evaluate only minimum required condition to get the correct result. In simple words, when we have operand 1 and operand 2 like this, or left operand and right operand, first it will evaluate operand 1, that is the left operand. If it is false, we know logic of logical AND operator, right? If one of the operand is false, then output will be false. So it won't evaluate the right operand, operand 2. No need, right? We know the final result of this operation. If one of the operand is false, then we need to return output as the first operand, right? So no need to check for the second operand. No need to evaluate that. So it won't do that. It starts the evaluation from left to right. As soon as an operand is false, logical AND evaluates as false, returns operand 1 or the first operand or the left operand, and skips the execution of remaining operands. Okay, if you have many operands like this, first operand is false, then no need to check for the other operands because we know the actual result. We know if any one of the operand is false, then it will evaluate the whole expression as false and it will return the operand 1. Same thing happens with the logical OR operator. If first operand is true, then no need to check for the other operands. No need to evaluate other operands. You can skip the execution of remaining operands. Because in the logical operator, if any one of the operand is true, that whole expression is evaluated as true. Right? Based on this concept, no need to check for the other operands. What it will do? Actually, this will save time, speeds up our calculation, and improves the system performance. Okay, so this is about logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT operator. Let's summarize this. So logical AND and logical OR operator are binary operators. Logical NOT is a unary operator. Logical AND and logical OR operator actually returns one of its operands based on the operation, right? And logical AND and logical OR operator are short-circuited. And you can work with the Boolean values and non-Boolean values. It will evaluate the expression from left to right. It will start the execution from left to right. And based on the operator, it will evaluate the whole expression as true or false. Based on that, true or false, it will return the result. What is return result? That is one of its operand. Okay. But logical NOT operator returns either true or false. Okay, so this is about logical operator. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in next class. Till then, take care.